So namaste to all. Namaste. So we will start the prayer. Sri Guru Namah Hari Om. Sahana Vavatu Sahanu Bhunatu Sahaviryam Karavai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vishahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritamgamaya Aviravirami. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Akhandam Satchidanandam Avam Manasagocharanam Atmanam Akhiladharam Asraye Vishtasiddhai. May we be protected, may we be nourished, may we strive with energy and vigor. May our effort be fulfilling and attain the goal of life. Lead us to truth and not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not death. Let the self-manifest Atman grow in me. Om. I take refuge in the self, the individual. The existence consciousness is absolute, beyond the reach of words and thought, and the substance of all, for the attainment of my cherished desire. So, welcome to the class of Vedantasara after about 1.5 months. And we are studying Vedantasara. So since we are meeting after a long break, naturally it is always better to recapitulate. And even if I ask, okay, we are Vedantasara, we have studied. What is Vedanta? So naturally, since we are not engaged in the study of this all the time, so we may not remember what is Vedanta. And then what are the components? Who is the component student? Who is the competent student? Authorized student. It's not everybody studies this. Only those who are interested in discovering truth. They try to understand, they try to study this. So Vedanta Upanishad Brahman. So such truth revealed in Upanishads and Shariraka Sutradi. That means some scriptures are there like Vedanta Sutras or Tadapakarani or whatever it is supporting that. So Vedanta is truth. What is that truth? Later it will be discussed that Jiva Brahmahyam. What is Jiva Brahmahyam? Jiva means individual soul, individual self, and Brahman means the sum total of awareness, consciousness, Sat, Chit, Ananda, Swarupa. That means Sat means existence, awareness, Chit means awareness, and Ananda means bliss. So the universal existence is absolute, awareness is absolute, and bliss is absolute. So this two, like individual soul and supreme soul, are not two different. So this is the this is the subject matter also. This is the Pratipadya. Pratipadya means this is to be proved that this statement is real or this is the truth. What is the purpose? If we can understand that I am the same self, what is universal self? So all are miseries, all are difficulties will vanish. So that is very important. Now, who can study this? That we have studied in the beginning. Who is the competent person? So there are some signs and symptoms, or those who are seekers. They can study. Adhikari too. That in the beginning, Nityani Vastu Vivek, Yahava Phalpalo Virag. That means those who are always aware of what is real, what is not real, what is permanent and what is temporary. He is aware of it. Then Ihamudra Phalbhoga Virag. He is not interested in temporary things, temporary enjoyment. He only dwells on what is permanent, what is real. In this world, we find many things look real, but it is not real. Like dream, it comes and passes away. As we drive, so many things we see on both sides of road, and it disappears. So we don't bother about it. Similarly, one is discerning, one is aware. What is real, what is not real. And he holds what is real. And he avoids what is not real. It is like what is Vairagya? Vairagya means it's not very difficult thing. We do all the time. We go to the shopping mall. We go to a shopping mall. What do we do? We don't buy anything that we see. We buy only what is beneficial. Say if I am buying some food, then what is say organic, what is we see the calorie and all kinds of things. So a person who is discriminating, that means who is discerning about the reality and not reality. Only he can understand, and therefore he is the competent person who has this quality, and who is aware of keeping that which is permanent and not holding something which is impermanent. And then what is the subject matter, as I already said? Subject matter is Jiva Brahma Aikyam. It is unity of individual self and supreme self. Unity, that's very important. And he also should have Shramadamadi, Shashampati, that is uh, six resources or six wealth. What are those? Shrama. His mind should become quiet, not fickle, not all the time jumping from one subject to another. But his internal avenues are under control, and his external avenues also under control. Shama, Dhamma, then Upar, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. So all these we have studied. These are just recapitulating. And what is the prayojan? What is the purpose of study? The purpose is to remove our miseries. When we live our life, we see we are full of miseries. So if we can prove that, and if we can know that this individual soul is one with the universal soul or self, then that misery will go. So now how it can be attained? So what is happening? Vastuni avastu arova. That's adhyas. Adhyas means superimposition. We have superimposed something which is not real on the reality. Even this individual soul, what we presume that it is me, it is not me. It looks like this body is me. If somebody pinches me, they'll say, why have you pinched me? So this is me. This body looks me. But is it me? If we study, then we know that in every 7 years the whole body changes. Whole body. So if that is the case, this body is not me. The mind looks like me. So if somebody says any harsh word, then we are hurt. Say that, why he asked this. So we are hurt. So we are hurt means, why have you hurt me? But actually what happened? The mind is disturbed and we feel we are hurt. But after a few days we forget also. Sometimes we don't forget, say for 10 years we remember it. So this is because we think that mind is me. But from other side, if we see, the mind is also not me. Because mind also keeps on changing. When you are awake, it's one kind, and then if you go to sleep, you forget everything. Even this body, mind, everything you forget. Whatever comes and goes away cannot be me. It is like driving and you see so many things coming, going. So what is that permanent who never leaves us? So that is the quest. So as of now, many things are superimposed on us. We are to de-superimpose those. This whole world is superimposed on that truth. So why this happened? It is because of our ignorance, not understanding correctly. What is ignorance? This cannot be said that it is existing. This cannot be said it is non-existing. Why? If I say it exists, then it disappears also. It shouldn't disappear. Whatever disappears is not existing. But we cannot say it does not exist also. Why? Because we experience body, mind, we experience. Even if you go to movie, you know it is false. It's only a story or some people enacted that drama. But what happens? You weep there or you laugh. You are influenced by that, though you know it is all false. So we cannot say it does not exist also. Sanyapi sanya ubhayatmikano. It is neither mixture of both. Because mixture cannot stay together. Day and night cannot stay together. So how existence and non-existence can stay together? So sanyapya sanya ubhayatmikano, bhinnapya bhinna ubhayatmikano. This cannot be said differentiated. This cannot be said non-differentiated. And it is not combination of both. So this is very difficult situation. So what is that? That's bhavarupam yat kinchit. Bhavarupam. There is some as if something is there. What is that as if something is there? Say a magician shows something and we believe, yes, and then it disappears. So it has some power. So Devatma Shakti Swagunair Nigudha. So this is power of the divine. Because of that, it looks like this. And we laugh and we weep and then we forget. So experiences come and go away. So anyway, then this superimposition is so much there. It is in the text. It is shown that first we have Jagrata, Swapna and Sushupti. Jagrata means waking state. Like we are awake. We are not sleeping now. So we experience something here. And then when we go to sleep, we forget this whole world totally. Though it looks like so real. But we forget. We don't remember what is my bank balance, how much property I have, how beautiful I look like, or how ugly I look like. So all these we forget. But we have a different kind of world there. Then we go to another state, it is called Sushupti, where there is no dream also. And next day we say, how we know? Because that time we don't see anything. How we know that we experience that? Because next day we say, oh, I slept so very well that I did not know anything. But it is so refreshing. So these three stages are coming and going. So all the time we move about these three steps. But there must be something which is holding this. There must be something. Because otherwise, how can this, what is coming and going is registered? Who is the witness of this coming and going? See, we can see a road. So many vehicles are coming and going. But there must be some substratum, road, on which the cars are driving or driven. So therefore, there must be a substratum. So we have to search that substratum. So that substratum is the substratum, vastu. And what is avastu? Vastuni avastu aropa. What is superimposition? Something is existing and something over that has come. Say like this, desert. Or say on the roadside we can see, when you drive you can see water in hot day. So It looks like water, but as we go close to that water, it disappears. So that means something is the substratum, something lying there, that means the road or hot surface, and over that we see water. Or as I said, magic, or as I said, um the movie, based on something, some story, some storyline, or a painting, or a story, on something it is written. Though we know all the wordings are imaginary, and like all the characters are imaginary, but still we believe. So, Vastu, there must be something. The author is the reality. The painter is the reality. The witness of all this is reality. And over that avastu, what is not real, that is superimposed. So what is that vastu? Satchit Ananda Swarupa, who is existence absolute, who is awareness absolute, and Satchidananda, that means Ananda, bliss absolute. But now these are words only. Can we experience this? Yes, we can experience. We are experiencing all the time. But misery is superimposed on us that we forget that we are awareness, we are existence. See, like this, if I say, Mr. So and so, you don't exist. He says, Sir, you have so many things to do, please busy yourself. Get busy with yourself, your work. I know I exist. See? If I say, you are not aware of yourself, Swami, I am aware of myself. But what happens? Over this, so much of other things are superimposed that we forget this. Now, anyway, after this, the whole creation was explained in this, and also the technical terms of who is Ishvara. Ishvara means God. Who is God? Then Tejasa. Now, Hiranyagarbha and Virat. Okay. Let us first see individual. So what are those? The three words are there: Prajna and Tejas and Vishwa. Vishwa means when you are experiencing this world. So this is a state. Vishwa means this gross body, whatever, say mind and the combination of this, all this, whatever you are. So that's Vishwa. Or we can say, when we see Virat, Virat means this whole universe with galaxies, with planets and everything, even plants, animals, pebbles, everything, water, whatever we see. So this is the form of that who is the substratum, but expressed like this. So Virat. And equivalent individually, similar existence is this Vishwa. Then comes within you, there is, say, like I said, as of now you are awake, that means you are Jagrata. Jagrata means you are awake. But you have another state, is called dream. Or we can say another way. Say, suppose you are, say, I am speaking, you are listening. Listening means through ears. How you are interpreting, how you are understanding, how I am trying to convey some ideas. it is not gross. It is subtle world. So that world is, you can say, Hiranyagarbha. So ideas come. See, Hiranyagarbha means the whole creation is coming from there. So we can say this is gross, that is subtle. So subtle world. So one when it is collective, we call Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha samavartatagre bhutasya jata patirekamasa. Similarly, individual, it is called Taijasa. Then comes, say like this, another way I can explain. An artist. So before painting, ideas come. He paints. Or a storyteller, a writer. What happens? He writes a story. But what happens before that he conceives? There should be Pandavas, there should be Kauravas, there should be Lord who is guiding. So that creative world is called, when it is collective, it is called Hiranyagarbha, and when it is individual, it is called Taijasa. So the source of this gross world, so that is subtle. But there must be a causal. Example, like this building that you can see now, you are sitting within that. This building is now gross. But when somebody, it was not there. So what he did, he made some sketches. Said this should be wall, this is the door, this auditorium, and this should be chapel, this should be this and that. That is subtle. So that is Hiranyagarbha, Taijasa. Hiranyagarbha when it is collective, Taijasa means when it is individual. So that is subtle world. But go beyond that. 150 years ago, this whole area was full of trees, big trees. Then maybe 90 years ago, about 90 years ago, somebody came here. Said, oh, beautiful place. Let me have a building here. So let me have a building here. That's the first seed. Who conceived that is the creator. Similarly, this whole world, I am alone. Let me be many. Ekoham bahusyama prajayeya. So like a bachelor, he is alone. There is no fun in it. So he desires to get married and he becomes many. So that principle, the concept, now you apply to universal self. That he thought, oh, I am alone. Then there is no fun in it. Let me be many. So he divided himself and he became many. So that's the concept of Ishvara, God, and individual is prajna. So we can see the causal. He said this building is gross, and the person who drew the sketches, etc., is subtle. That time it was subtle. And beyond that, he was hired by someone. And he arranged resources to buy this plot and then build this house. So he is subtle. And that person who conceived first is Ishvara, God, or individual, it is called Prajna. But there is some entity beyond this, on whom everything lies. So, this whole thing was explained here. Then comes how we can see this world. we can see two ways. One is called avacheda and second is called pratibimba. All these images are being reflected on consciousness. Say individually you can see, you are whatever you are thinking as of now, body, mind and all kinds of images that you think about yourself. All these are reflected in your awareness, in your consciousness. Or you are limiting yourself within the limit of something. These are the two things. One is called avachedavad. Avachedavad means you are limited. Oh, I am this individual. I am not that. So avached and avachedak. And another is pratibimbavad. That means the whole thing is being imagined in yourself, in your real self. So this is the two ways to look at, and that way the whole thing is explained. Now, how it operates, how ignorance operate in this world. So one thing is, it is hiding this reality on which it is being reflected because some reason means we cannot explain that. Why we cannot explain that? Because we are product of this. When I am talking to you, words have limitations. And secondly, the person also will interpret in limited way. So it cannot be explained in this world. So it is like this. In a movie, the characters that movie working at or is being shown cannot conceive why it was conceived, why my story was written like this, why I am killed, or why I am tortured. He cannot conceive. Similarly, when we are in this plane, it cannot be conceived why I was created like this. Making sense? Any sense? So this cannot be explained. That is why, say magic. When you see magic, why it happened you may not know. Only magicians know. Only the author know. Only the painters know. Only the director knows why he was conceived like this. Because he wanted to make a drama. And he made in such a he wanted that audience should weep here. So he made the script like that. Or he wanted audience should laugh now, enjoy. So he wrote like that. All the dialogues and same things, funny people would come and joker will come. But joke and the person who is being shown in the movie, he does not know. So this is because we are product of this ignorance, we cannot understand what is the nature of ignorance, how it works. But something what we understand that it covers up the reality. And then it reflects light. We see, say, in a magic also, what he does, he covers something and then he shows something else. So maybe he has a glass and that glass is like half, inside there is a cardboard, and that side is yellow, this side is red. So cleverly he turns it, and then he shows, see, it has become red, or see, it has become yellow. So something is covering and something is like projected something else. So avarani and vikshepa. Similarly here, I am that soul, I am that self on which something is superimposed. So it is covering myself, not only covering, then it is deflecting or it is being projected something else. So as of now, I am, say, Swami Chandrasekhar. So this is superimposed on my real self. So avarani and vikshapsha. Now, there are another two things, upadana and nimittakara. So one is instrumental cause and one is the material cause. When something is made, something is like that. What is the material? Say for this table it is wood or something else. And somebody made it. So this is another way of seeing what is the material and who made it, nimitta karan. So one way of seeing it is that it's all different thing, and then God collected it and started this. Now the problem is, where those things were there, then we have to understand many things, many materials. But actually, God transformed himself into this. So this is called, say, God himself is the cause, nimitta karan. God himself is the material. So God has taken all forms. Even the transitory things, like whatever in a painting or in a story, whatever is recorded, it is conceived by the author or the painter or the movie maker. It was, he created that scene, that there should be a wonderful hill view and then somebody is interacting. So everything is conceived by the author or the director or the painter. So this is one way of seeing. Then comes like another two words are there. One is called vivarta and parinam. What is vivarta and parinam? Say milk converted into yogurt. But yogurt cannot be converted into milk. So this is called parinamabad. Parinama means it results into something and it cannot be reconverted. So God has become this, it cannot be reconverted. No. There is another way of seeing it. What is that? That's vivarta. Vivarta means it looks like it is converted, but it's not. It has its in real existence. Vivarta. Vivarta means as we see mirage, or as we see our image in a mirror, it looks like real. And people do things also, seeing that image. Say we shave in the morning. So what happens? We don't shave there. We see that image, we know it is image, and it is not real, but real is here. So this is called vivarta. Vivarta means it is not real change, it is only superficial. It looks like it has changed, but it has not. So this whole world can be considered, oh, it is all converted into this world. God has become like this. But if you see from other side, now even science also understands this. So even if I touch something, actually I never touch it. Only sensation, we have sensation. See, I'm speaking, you are listening. What is happening? My words, my sound, I'm creating some word, the waves, the vibration, those vibrations are being hit on your eardrum. Then the impulses go to your brain, and something is there first. Then you interpret, oh, Swami is saying this. So actually what is happening? Very subtle. Nothing is changing. It is all looks like changes. It is all impulses. All impulses that we see. So when I see something, what is happening? Some light waves are coming and hitting my retina. Those are creating some mental or stimuli. And those are being perceived in my brain. Then I see something. When I see something, everything is happening in my, here people would say head, but we say in our mind. Is it too much? Say I see something. Actually everything is here. When we dream, our eyes are closed, but we see. Many times we imagine, we are seeing, and colors, etc. come. We are not sleeping. So all these are impulses that is being observed by the observer, the witness. Similarly, this whole world is various impulses that is working on the witness. Even this body idea also some impulses. So we call it mental modification. Chitta vritti. So various chitta vrittis are there. Because of that we see this whole world is created. But in reality, it's our imagination. Now, after this come de-superimposition. So because of superimposition, we have superimposed on us this whole world, including all happiness, unhappiness, miseries, and everything. All our thinking, all our emotions, whatever you say, this all are superimposed on us. Those are impulses, those are mental modifications. And we suffer, and we laugh. When you go to movie, we get a fresh quota of superimposition. And we laugh, we weep and come back. In the process, I'm less of some money. I lose some money from my pocket. And we happily do that. So this whole world, though it looks like outside, but actually it is in our mind. If that is the case, then if we correct ourselves, then this can be improved. We can see the observer, the substratum, the reality on which this whole edifice is built. We can see that. We can experience him. So this can be done de-superimposition. By de-superimposition, we can do this. Now, I will give some example. Like a man, or say a lady, has a son, very dear, very his or her own very loving. And all of a sudden he dies. That boy dies. Then man is lost. He said, I am dead. But actually he is not dead. He thinks that he has lost that son. So he is so infatuated with the son that he thinks that by losing him, he had lost everything. How superimposed we have. How much superimposition that we have. And it's happening. And if you say we are discussing this, somebody would say, Swami, you are so cruel, so hard. You are saying this. In one class I said, if somebody beats the dog, then when dog loves him or her, then the lady said, why you should say this, Swami? I say, this is only example I am giving. So even giving example is very hurtful. So what I am saying, identification with the son is very much there. And we also, even if we lose something, then we search for it. So we have infatuation. Similarly, if somebody loses some money, say he invested in a company and that company is now bankrupt, and he says, I am gone. Similarly, we have identification with body, identification with mind, identification with all our thoughts and even our ideology. It is dear to us even more than our life. People get killed to uphold the ideology. So there is so much of infatuation. But what we have to do, we have to de-hypnotize ourselves, de-superimpose imposition. That means we are not all these. All these are impulses, imaginations. The reality is me. That will never change. So this is the superimposition. Now, the main thing is to Jiva Brahma Aikyam. The individual self is one with Supreme Self. How that can be done? It can be done by detoxing, by dehypnotizing oneself, by desuperimposing oneself. Whatever one is not, he has to discard, mercilessly discard. It is so painful. But either you live with all those things with pain, or you have to get rid of it. The choice is yours. So then what happens? Other things are also discussed, but how we misinterpret. So like there is a statement, Tat Tvam Asi, thou art that. Scripture says, you are that Brahman. How we misinterpret it. Sometimes we think I am this body, and sometimes I think I am this mind. But one has to understand what is Tat, what is that. One has to understand what is this. And one has to understand what is the unity. We do it. In our practice we do it. But we forget. When we do it, we see a person, say, oh, you are Mr. Tom. I saw you 20 years ago. So 20 years ago he was a boy, little boy. And now he's a big man with a moustache and all kinds of things. But we recognize. So what we do, we mentally deduct. Mentally we remove that childhoodness, say the image, and also we mentally deduct the adulthood changes. We see the person there. Similarly, when Guru says, or when scripture says, you are that thou art that. Then we have to understand what it means. We have to remove all the superimposed ideas on us, from us. The superimposed ideas on us to be removed from us. And whatever concept that we have of the Creator, that superimposition of that also to be removed. Then we can see, oh, He is existence, awareness, bliss, absolute. I am also existence, awareness, bliss, absolute. So this is, actually it is united, it is one. It cannot be many. So this is the unity that we are to achieve. So this way, now the question is, that we studied, that a time comes when this identification is achieved, and that also, what happens? We cannot attain it through mind. Manasa eva na manute. What do we say? Yan manasa na manute. Whatever cannot be achieved by mind, it cannot be achieved by mind. Why? Because mind is a product of this. Then another idea is manasaiva anu drashtabhyam, that this can be seen through mind. What is the difference? Mind, what is dirty, what is not clarified or cleansed, through that mind it cannot be achieved. But mind is purified so much that it loses its mindness. Through that mind it can be achieved. Sri Ramakrishna says, Shuddha man, pure mind, Shuddha buddhi, pure intellect, and Shuddha atma, pure self, are one and the same thing. So when it says manasaiva anu drashtabhyam, that through mind, that means one has to purify one's mind. Purify one's mind, then only one can attain Him. This identity can be achieved when mind is pure. So this is, though it happens in mind, but that mind loses its mindness. That's why it is called Vasanakhay Manonash. Mind becomes no mind. Now this, a time comes when this mental modification also stops. There is no mental modification left. So that is the state one has to achieve. That is our real nature. That is our real state. As of now, whatever we are, it is only imaginary. So this is the goal of Vedanta. Now how this can be done? That is the main question. Now here comes that what are those? One has to hear this again and again. Shravana. But what is Shravana? That also one should understand. That we will study in our next class. Then come manana, cogitation, contemplation. All kinds of doubts will come. Then we have to remove all the doubts. We have to weed out all the weeds. Then only purity, the pure self will shine through. The real substratum will be seen. So that we have to remove all dirt and dust. It is accumulated for ages, for millenniums, for many births, say 8.4 million births, and maybe how much. So that is to be removed from ourselves. So that is purification. So Shravana means hearing again and again, but there is what is Shravana that we'll read, and what is Manana that also, and Nididhyasana, to totally be absorbed in it. So this is a man-sized job. So this is uh, the Vedanta, whatever we have studied up to this. Now, is it understood or is it difficult? So much difficult? So this is a gist, like we have studied in great details, but in short, this is it. So what we can do today, we can read from Swami Vivekananda. David, are you there? David?
Yes, Swami.
Yeah, read now. We have 5 minutes, so you can read.
Why, under the reign of an almighty and all-loving God of the universe, should
Okay.
die.
Maya and the evolution of the conception of God. Achha, any question? Today, whatever we have studied, I have tried to cover that. Though I have not gone through like all the text wise, but the key points I have covered. Any question? Is Akshay there?
Yes,
So any question, Akshay?
yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, why does Brahman decide to be many?
Yeah, why? So why a director wrote my character? So character cannot understand why he. This is what this is. We can say he wanted to enjoy. Like I said, a bachelor cannot, like he said, oh, kuch maza nahi aa raha hai. There is no fun in it. So let me be many. So he marries, and then he becomes many. So suppose you are in your room, you are alone, and then you feel, oh no, I don't feel joy. Let me have my companions. So you go out, play with them, and then you enjoy. So why he conceived this? Why he became many? We are product. Eh? We cannot say for certain that it is because of this. But like our Acharya says that there are few reasons. One is to have his play go on, like a director. He writes a script for a movie. There his motive is to earn money, but there is another motive. Give people some entertainment. Now here, he himself is entertainment creator of entertainment, and he himself enjoys. So when you are separating yourself, you cannot understand the motive of God. And when you are one with Him, there are not no many, so you won't even ask this question. Like incarnations, they come paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. That means to destroy wrongdoers and to encourage and also help those who are good. Paritranaya sadhunam, to give emancipation to good people. But there is another way, another thing, like Holy Mother gave some sweetmeats to a girl. After giving that, then she asks, please give me one. No, I'll not give. No, please give me one. So this is a play. So you see, even this place, when we remember, we enjoy. So she also wanted to enjoy. So she gave, and again she asks, please give me one. So it is only for a fun. Leela Kaivalyam, for Leela. This is a great Leela. When you are separating himself, then you are miserable. But if you take part with this, oh, it's a great fun. God has created many, and see the mountain, the stream, the waterfalls, the ocean, the sky, galaxies. You can enjoy. But if you feel, oh, see so much of political unstable society, and war is going on there, and you'll suffer. So that is why it is only for his fun. You know, Sri Ramakrishna was seated, and then a devotee asked why he created this. So he said, you know, in a parlor of a king, this question was discussed. He said, you know, I was not in that meeting, so I cannot say why he created. So this is one answer. And Sri Ramakrishna, another day, he was telling that God has created this. So a devotee said, God has created, but now we are dying. Sri Ramakrishna asked him, dear sir, please find out who you are. If you try to find out who you are, then you can see that you are not there. You know, what is you? As we in the beginning said, are you this body? No. Are you this mind? No. Are you this intellect? No. Then what you are? If you try to find your real self, so Sri Ramakrishna gave example, like it is an onion. If you peel the leaves or whatever, then ultimately there is nothing. Similarly, if you try to find out who is suffering, you will find you are not suffering. You are not there. So this is called, because of ignorance, this is superimposed on us. We are to de-superimpose all the dirt and dusts, and be pure. Then we'll see there is no creation also. So why he created? Ekoham bahusyama prajayaya. For fun. Okay.
Thank you.
So David, sorry, because I thought only we have 5 minutes, so let me have the question. And Akshay, everybody asked about you. Have you met him? And I said, yes, I met him and his mother. Everybody
Yes,
is happy.
yes. We are so happy to see you, Akshay, walking in your artificial forest background, which we would be in our forest in real background. It's so happy to see you.
Okay.
No, it is real tree. The tree is real.
Say it again.
That tree is real. I'm outside.
Okay. The dream is, see,
I'm
like,
in the,
okay, just a minute. Say, A poet says, birds chirp, birds chirp, pakhi gahe, full fote, flowers bloom, and streams run away or close by. So those are temporary. But পাখি গাহে ফুল ফোটে তটিনী বহিয়া যায় দ্বিধাহীন অনুভূতি হৃদয়ে রহিয়া যায়. The impressions that you get, it is unforgettable. So anubhuti means experience. What is experience? That you experience on your real self. So that remains. Of course, that also goes away in course of time. That also will go. But what is being said here? That something is temporary, but behind that, what is permanent, that takes the impression. And also, now you can refine it, and you can get it. What is the real? Then it is interaction of reality with reality. So that is the that when we met you, that scene is gone, but meeting, that impression is there. Now this class also, we are meeting, we are talking. In few minutes it will be dispersed, but the impression should be retained. And then only we understand, oh, this is my story. It's not outside from somewhere somebody said this. This is my story. So this way we are to see the witness. We are to see the substratum. And that's, when you chant the name of God or repeat the name of God, what happens? And then when you interact with even this world, then you are interacting with yourself. This imaginary world is actually your projection. That can be experienced. So, this impression, everybody's loving and everybody loves you. So it is why? Because we feel at home. We feel one with you.
Yes.
You see there? So we actually, our play, we project ourselves and then we play.
And he loves trees, Swami.
Yes. See, everybody is so happy.
Thank you.
So you are our extension.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Okay. কি বলছো?
Thank you.
Yeah. Now we'll have Shanti mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. So, Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. So, whatever we have done, everything is offered to Guru Maharaj, the reality, the truth. So, this is his extension. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Pranams, Maharaj.
Namaste.
Pranam Maharaj.
Namaste.
Namaste, Swami.
Namaste. Mother protect you. Mother bless you. Akshay.
Welcome back.
Yeah. We're so happy to have you back.
Me too.
Yay.
You come to USA.
Yes.